Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the No Matter What podcast. I got my sponsor back, aka Cloud the Dream. Right, we're gonna talk about building a foundation and recovery. Cloud, give us a little insight on how you started building your foundation.
Oh man, listen, man. First of all, thank you for having me, man. I started building my foundation, man, early on, man, when I first got here, man. You know, in the beginning, man, I struggled when I got here, man, because I'm a thug, ex-ball player, you know what I mean, a street ball, you know what I mean, ladies, man. So when I first came here, I thought these jokers were suckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Little did I know that I ain't gonna go back to the penitentiary. I ain't wanna get high no more. You know what I mean? I just wanted people to remember me for when I played ball. I mean, so when I came in, I got dug in real fast, man. You know, I got a sponsor, I got a home group, I built a support network. You know, I started doing things that was conducive to recovery. You know what I mean? And as a result of that, man, we've been clean for like 21 years, 8 months, and like 29 days. 30 days, you know what I'm saying? No, actually, 21 years, 9 months, and 1 day. Right? Because the 19th was a month. So listen, man. You know what I mean? I built my foundation, man, and I go everywhere. I'm known everybody throughout the city as far as recovery is concerned. I know a lot of people, man. So it's very important, man, for newer members, right, to come in, man, and establish themselves in a positive fashion. You know what I mean? Avoid all kinds of negative things that can affect you negatively, man, and surround yourself with people that's trying to take the same walk you're taking. So it behooves you, right, to build a foundation. Right, to get some people that believe in you, they want to help you, right, in your recovery, man. You know what I mean? And you're gonna find people, man, that's gonna have naysayers in this thing. But as long as you got a solid foundation, you can achieve what you want to achieve.
And so what I understand, right, is that the same people in the recovery process is the same people out there in the street, right? What happened was they just came in, right? So some of them still got those same behaviors, right? They still act like they junkies, but they just clean, right? So we got hookers, we got thieves, we got gangsters, we got pimps, we got prostitutes, but they just all clean. Pimps, prostitute, hoes, and hustlers, right? They still pimping and prostituting in there. They still selling drugs in there. So you gotta, that's why a foundation is necessary, right? Because if you ain't grounded, you get swallowed up in there, right? The same thing to swallow you up outside the program will swallow you up in the program. The women, right? Yeah. Chasing the money. Because I've seen people used for 14 years for chasing the money, chasing a female, right? Absolutely. Getting caught up.
Well, like, you know my story, man. Like, you know me since you was a buck, man. Yeah. You know, and you know I was a piece of work at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, like, you got to come here, man. You got to understand, man, you trying to live a life of positivity, man. Right. And I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. I'm not saying everything going to go your way. I'm not saying you ain't going to have ups and downs, peaks and valleys, man. But once you keep the primary purpose, man, is to stay clean and recover. See, recovery ain't just staying clean. It's about change, right? Yes, so if I exhibit the same things that I did when I was out in the world, right, I could be behind the wall right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now a lot of people don't even remember that of me. They remember when I used to dunk on people.
And so they think
play ball.
They think that staying clean and recovery is the same thing. Staying clean. Recovery is changing your old ideas, your behaviors, and your attitude, right? So when you change your attitude, you change your mind. And then you change your thinking, you change your life.
What it say, man, you got to change the ideas and attitudes, and then your behaviors change. If you keep the same ideas and same attitudes of negativity, then how can you embark on a positive path? Absolutely. Right? If you have an attitude of, I want to change my attitudes and my ideas so my behavior can change for a positive way, then you can walk down a more positive path. And listen, I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued, right? You ain't gonna be perfect. You ain't gonna be perfect, right? You ain't gonna do everything right. You're gonna still make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Well, make them hit.
Make them hit.
Make them hit. You know
what? Listen, I'm so glad, right, that you sponsored me, man. Because, like, you know, I tell everybody all the time, you sponsor me out there in the street, right? Watching you, Boogie, right? Woo and all of them. Y'all sponsored me there, right? And then to see you come in here and change your life. Because I remember when you was sleeping on that grate, right? And I walked up, I'm like, damn, oh wait, what you doing? Yeah. And you just said, man, can you buy me some chicken wings? And look, you broke my heart, right? And then when I came back and I seen you, man, living this life, I'm like, damn.
So you know, it's funny you say that, man, because it took me 2 sets of lessons, man. I'm talking about anybody know me, Cloud, played ball. And I was good, right? And then, you know, I played in them streets with them things, running up on people, taking people's stuff, you know what I mean, robbing, stealing, you know what I mean, all that. People were scared of us. You know what I'm saying? You know, and God rest Boogie Soul, Big Wingate, man. You know, that was my ace. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that was my walkie, man. You know what I mean? Me and him did a lot of stuff together, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember, man, when I was knocked off, man, and he came, right, and he sat next to me and he pulled his shirt and he said, "What that say?" He said, "I say Moon Gang, Moon Gang." He said, "You my brother for life. Whatever you going through, I'm gonna go through with you." Right? And he's with him and my man Q, right? Harold Hall, they the integral parts of me getting my life back together, man. So don't be ashamed of falling. Be ashamed of staying there. Yeah. You know, because dig this here, you know, I'm a fly ball. You know what I mean? I tell you, man, I do anything I want, man. You know what I mean? But that ain't recovery, right? Being clean and changing helps me stay a fly ball. You know what I'm saying? Helps me do some things I want to help. But listen, I'm real adamant about helping people that's struggling, man. Like, you know, I work at the juvenile detention center. I tell them young boys, in no uncertain terms, if you was out there when I was out there, you'd be scared of me. But that's neither here nor there. I'm trying to keep you out the penitentiary or the graveyard. You know what I'm saying? And then I work at another place where I work at a halfway house and men just come home from state penitentiary, dude that was in one of them jobs, and I tell them, listen, man, if I can turn my life around, you can turn your life around. You don't gotta be a gangster in here. Right? You don't gotta be a gangster. Just come in. What can I do to help you get your life together? So that's what God has given me, man. You know what I mean? He gave me a mission, man, to help people, man. And I'm still cloud on some days. You know, it's under arrest, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I still like nice stuff, right? I still like to drive a nice whip. I still like to throw that thing on, right? But guess what, man? I came out the house, I just threw a pair of sweats on because my man said, come around here, right? Grab a pair of sneakers and throw it. I ain't worried about getting dressed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, if you know me, you know what I do. But I want you to see my insides come through to the outside, man. It's more important, man, right? To what you hear me say out my mouth than what you see me, what I got on my back. Because that's just the benefits of me changing my life. But that ain't recovery. Having a new car, wearing fly gear, having a pretty good. That ain't recovery. That's just the benefits of recovery. Recovery is how I feel on the inside, man. And guess what, man? I came home in 2004, man, and I ain't been back. I ain't been locked up. Right? I ain't been high, right? I ain't did nothing I ain't supposed to do but try to live a positive path. Now, I ain't gonna say I ain't make mistakes along the way, but I ain't make mistakes to jeopardize my freedom or me being clean. You know
and listen, man, while you here, man, I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for helping me, man. You about to make me cry, man. For real, thank you so much, man, for teaching me this way of life, man. Like, cause my mama, right? My mama ain't got to look out that window, man, and see that dope thing, right? Yeah. She sees somebody else, man. She see the hope in me, man. That only come from you in the program, man. So I love you, man.
I love you too, man. That go without saying. I love you, man. You was my younger before we came through this process, man. And I always used to see you and give you words of inspiration. And I can remember when I came out to this same barbershop, right? And you was in the car, right? And I had like about 10 years clean. And I said, Younger, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? And I told you, man, get yourself together. When you get yourself together, I'm going to be here for you. But I just want to say this, man. You know, we belong to a program right now. I don't want to say the name, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, right? And it's saying no uncertain terms, right? It said a personality change is what we really need. Change from self-destructive patterns of life become necessary. I'm talking about not what nobody else done to me, what I've done to myself. Self-destructive patterns of life. I gotta change those things that cause harm to me that I do to me, not what nobody else do to me. Because, like, listen, man, if I did to me what someone else did, if I did to what someone else did to me, what I did to myself, kill them. You know what happened? You know what I mean? So now I gotta be mindful, man. Like how I walk, man. I don't want people to see he sound real good. I want people to see he walking it, man. If you know me, you know me. You know my story, right? But guess what, man? We can rewrite our story, man. We don't gotta stay on a negative path. We don't gotta stay on a negative walk, man. Life is worth living, man. Some days I wake up, man, I say, dang. But guess what? I thank the Creator, man. You know what I mean? For what He's given me, man. Right? I thank for the people He put in my life. And one of the most beautiful things that I've got in my life, man, is people like you and my sisters. They call you their bro. You know what I mean? My sisters got my mother got to see me live a life of decency again before she passed away. Yeah. Right? I was clean and then doing the right thing when she passed away. I wasn't getting locked up. Peace wasn't knocking on the door, none of that stuff, man. So to have my family, right? Listen, I've been clean so long, man, that some of the kids in my family don't even know nothing about that. I got a grandson, 10 years old. My son and daughter, I was able to be a father to them. You know what I mean? Have a beautiful relationship with them. That's all result of to make a decision to do something different with my life. You know what I mean? And this thing is powerful, man. Like, for anybody who don't understand what we talking about right now, Just come with us for a minute.
And I keep telling y'all, man, listen, the answer is just putting up your hand and say help, man. Help will help you every time. Please.